Hi friends, welcome to our biology class. Our topic, food through digestive tract. Already we start this lesson. In our previous class we discussing about different parts of digestive system. Then in the first part is the mouth. In mouth, tooth, tongue and salivary glands, that all we study in our previous class. Today we study the topic food through esophagus. Food through esophagus. We take food through mouth. In mouth, partial digestion of food take place. Partially digested food enters esophagus through the pharynx. How this food enters to pharynx from mouth? Today we discussing about this. Look this picture. We can see different parts here. This region is the buccal cavity. This region is the nasal cavity. Our partially digested food passes through the esophagus, through the pharynx, passes to esophagus through the pharynx. This region is the pharynx. Okay. Pharynx is the part of the throat behind the mouth and nasal cavity. It is the part of the throat behind the mouth and nasal cavity. This is the mouth, this is the nasal cavity. And above the esophagus and larynx, above the esophagus and larynx, this region is the pharynx. Its function is to regulate the passage of air to the lungs and food to the esophagus. Function of pharynx is to regulate the passage of air to the lungs and food to the esophagus. It is the part of both the digestive and respiratory system. Okay. Then in our mouth, partially digested food passes to the esophagus through this pharynx. In this passage, first step, tongue compresses the food into bolus with the help of the palate. First, tongue compresses the food into bolus with the help of the palate. This region is the palate. It helps this palate and tongue help to passes the bolus food into the esophagus. Okay. Then we can see a special structure here, that is uvula. It closes the nasopharynx. This region, nasal cavity, it closes the nasal cavity and prevent the food from entering the nasal cavity. This uvula helps to preventing food particles entering into the nasal cavity. This uvula closes the nasal cavity that opens to the pharynx. If our food is passes to the pharynx, this uvula closes the nasal cavity and opens to the pharynx. This is the function of uvula. Uvula closes the nasal cavity that opens to the pharynx. Okay. Next portion is the epiglottis. This region is the epiglottis. Epiglottis is the large, a leaf-shaped piece of cartilage lying on the top of the larynx. This region is the larynx. It lies on top of the larynx. This trachea rises up and is closed by this part. Closing it of this prevent the food from entering the trachea. This region is the epiglottis. Trachea rises up and is closed by this part. Next portion. This posterior part of the tongue allows food to move over the epiglottis. This is the posterior part of the tongue. It allows the food to move over the epiglottis into the esophagus. Once food enters the pharynx, the second stage of swallowing begins. Respiration is temporarily inhibited as the larynx or voice box rises to close the glottis. Then rhythmic muscular contractions and pressure within the esophagus push the food downwards. Then this food reaches the stomach by the wave-like movement of the walls of the esophagus. This wave-like movement of the esophagus is called peristalsis. Prepare the flow chart of passage of food mouth to esophagus. First one, tongue compresses the food into bolus with the help of the palate. Then viola close the nasal cavity that opens to the pharynx. Then epiglottis. Trachea rises up and is closed by this part. Then posterior part of the tongue allows food to move over the epiglottis into the esophagus. Then food reaches to the stomach. This is the flow chart of passage of food from mouth to the esophagus. Okay. These all steps are very important. During exam, this photograph is given. Then asked to identify the marked part and write its function. Okay. Then we study the point peristalsis. What is the peristalsis? It is the wave-like movement of the walls of the esophagus. This peristalsis movement also takes place in the stomach. Then we study about food inside the stomach. The slightly digested food in the mouth reaches to the stomach through the esophagus. Further digestion takes place in the stomach. This region is the esophagus. This is the stomach. The partially digested food reach to the stomach through the esophagus. In there we study a wave-like movement that is called peristalsis. The stomach is a muscular organ located on the left side of the upper abdomen. It is a J-shaped structure. Food enters stomach through a muscular valve. This valve is called the lower esophageal sphincter. This valve is called the lower esophageal sphincter. This sphincter controls the passage of backward flow of food. Then the strong peristalsis in the stomach converts the food into a paste form. The special circular muscles present in the posterior part of the stomach retain food for a specific period. Some glands are present in the inner wall. These glands produce gastric juice. This gastric juice contains different components. What are the main components in the gastric juice? These are the enzymes, hydrochloric acid and mucus. These are the main components in the gastric juice. What are the main components in the gastric juice? Enzymes, hydrochloric acid and mucus. Then mainly two types of enzymes are present. First one is the pepsin. Second one is the lipase. Then what is the functions of these enzymes? Pepsin converts protein into peptones partially. Not complete digestion take here, only partial digestion. Converts protein to peptones partially. What is the function of pepsin? Pepsin converts protein to peptones. Then lipase. It helps to the fat digestion. It digests fat partially. Lipase helps to fat digestion. Then hydrochloric acid, HCl. We know this hydrochloric acid is a strong acid. This acid present in our gastric juice, it helps to destroy the germs and regulate the pH level. Destroy the germs in the food and regulate the pH suitable for the digestion in the stomach. In stomach digestion, this medium is the acidic medium. This hydrochloric acid provides the acidic medium in the stomach. This helps to digestion in the stomach. Next one is the mucus. It protects the stomach wall from the action of digestive juice. We know in gastric juice a strong acid is present. That acid is the HCl or hydrochloric acid. This acid can cause us damage to our tissues. But we know this hydrochloric acid not make any damage in our stomach. How it is possible? This mucus protect the stomach wall from the action of digestive juice. This mucus helps our stomach walls from the HCl. Okay, you can understand the functions of mucus. These are the different components in the gastric juice: enzymes, hydrochloric acid and mucus. This topic is very important. All of you study well. I think all can understand today's portion. I wish to discuss some questions now. First one. Name the parts that prevent the entry of food into the nasal cavity. Name the part that prevent the entry of food into the nasal cavity. What is the answer? That is the uvula. Which part prevent the entry of food into the windpipe or the larynx? That is epiglottis. Then what do you mean by peristalsis? We say in esophagus and stomach a wave-like movement is possible. That wave-like movement helps to the digestion of our food. What do you mean by peristalsis? It is the movement of the muscles of the digestive system in the form of a wave is called peristalsis. Name the factors of the gastric juice. Which is the factors of gastric juice? Enzymes, hydrochloric acid and mucus. In enzyme, two type of enzymes are present, pepsin and lipase. These are the factors of gastric juice. Then what is the function of pepsin? Pepsin converts protein to peptones. How is hydrochloric acid beneficial to us? It kills the disease-causing microorganisms that enter our body through the food and regulate the pH necessary for affecting the process of digestion. That is the functions of hydrochloric acid. Does mucus helps in the process of digestion? Actually, mucus not helps in the process of digestion. It only gives the protection of inner walls of the stomach. Okay. Thank you.